are the top riddles that may save your life one day. You are hiking in Florida and a crocodile gets hold of you. What do? I scream for help and make myself look large to scare it away. I'll poke its eyes. I'll pierce its head with my knife. I'll try to open its mouth with my hands and then escape. I will play dead until the crocodile lets me go. Crocodile jaws apply a pressure of 13 tons or 13,000 kilograms per square inch, so opening its mouth with your hands isn't going to work. A crocodile's head is a solid mass of bone and its skin is as hard as rock. You can't pierce it. Playing dead or making yourself look large may work on some animals, but neither of them is going to work in a crocodile encounter. Poking it in the eyes or hitting their throat is the solution. Crocodile eyes are the most vulnerable part of their body. You are hiking in a forest and you accidentally disturb a bee nest. Fortunately, you have a bee killer spray in your backpack and there is a clean body of water by the nest. What do? Jump to the water? Spray to kill the bees? Hold still and pretend to be a statue? Run for miles? Never jump into a body of water to get rid of bees. They will wait for you for hours to surface. Holding still could work if there are 1 or 2 bees around you, but if you have aggravated the entire bee nest, standing still is not going to work. You probably don't want to spray the bees as you will make them madder. You can't win fighting with many angry bees. You should run as far as you can. Remember that bees can chase you for miles. Suppose you are thirsty, but your only source of water is available in the wild. Now there are 4 water sources to choose from. Make a decision from the list below. A little bit of salty seawater, source for water from a clear, still lake, drink from a silty stream, source for water from a juicy cactus. You'll presume that being in the wild without a clear source of water can be tricky. Now you shouldn't settle for seawater because salt water causes dehydration and can bring about insanity. On the other hand, the clear, still lake could have been an option, but the stagnancy makes it the best home for the deadliest parasites and bacteria. There is a misconception that the water derived from cacti is a good source of water. Cactus water, however, contains harmful chemicals and should be avoided. Sourcing water from a silty stream is advisable because it is better than stagnant water. There's a big brown bear just ahead of you. What do? I will take to my heels and scream for help as I make an escape. I will make attempts to befriend the bear. I will do this to prove to the bear that I don't mean any harm and will convince the bear not to kill me. I will play dead so the bear doesn't notice me. I shoot the bear. If you had considered the first option, which is making an escape, you'll be putting yourself in harm's way. A bear has the capacity to cover 21 miles per hour. An average human can run as fast as 11 miles per hour. You won't be able to run faster than the bear. Shooting is not the best option because if you don't have a very powerful gun and you don't aim very well, you will have to deal with a very mad bear. Never give thoughts to befriending it. The bear is a wild animal and doesn't communicate like humans. Unless you want to threaten it, you may have to drop this option. Now the last option, which is playing dead, will do you good. Just make sure you put your hands behind your head and remain silent until the animal gets a good distance away from you. Then you can make an escape. Unfortunately, you found yourself in a room engulfed in fire. You're at the middle of the room while the fire blazes between you and the door. You figured out that you tend to be burned before the firefighting team arrives. How would you stay safe until firefighters come to your rescue? Lie flat on the ground? Get a chair, stand on it, and make your way to the ceiling. Take your clothes off to stay cool against the heat in the room. Hide under a desk. If you take off your clothes, you stand the risk of exposing the delicate parts of your body to the heat. Smoke and heat both rise and remain close to the ceiling, so standing on a chair and making your way for the ceiling might cause suffocation. Hiding under a desk also won't help. So, what do? Lie low on the floor to avoid suffocation while you await help as smoke and heat both rise. There has been an earthquake and you are trapped under debris in a dark room. Luckily, there is a match and a whistle in the room. What will you do? Light the match and search for an escape route. Blow the whistle to attract the attention of others. Shout for help. Lighting the match is risky because if there's a gas leak, you will cause an explosion. Also, avoid picking your path around the room as you might kick up dust that will suffocate you or cause the building to collapse on you. Shouting for help can cause you to inhale dangerous amounts of dust. The best option available in this situation is to tap on a wall or pipe to attract rescuers' attention. Blow the whistle to add more strength to your frantic calls. What would you do if you found yourself outside during a tornado and there's no shelter inside? I'll get in my car and get away. I'll hide in a nearby ditch. I'll locate a nearby tree and wrap my hands around the branches. The sight of the tornado tends to fill me with fear. I may stand transfixed at a spot. You will not be strong enough to hang on to the tree branch. Also, driving away with your car is not a wise decision. Tornadoes throw virtually everything away, including your car and even trees. The best thing to do in this situation is to find a stretch of open country and hide in the nearest ditch.